Hello everyone, this is the Prussian Prince with our Total War Warhammer tournament match cast. This is the ESL Community Cup number 2. Our first one was won, I believe, by, was it Houseplant? I don't quite remember. No, it was Javanko, my bad. It was Javanko. But anyway, back to this game. It's best of 3 until the semifinals. There were, of course, some rules and some limitations, but going over them would take too much time. So let's just see who my opponent is. Again, it's best of 3 because this is the first round of 64. And yeah, I'm playing as the Vampire Counts, and my opponent, Gojira of the VOD clan, is playing as the Greenskins. So yeah, let's go over my build. I have the, I believe, is this Manfred? Yeah, it's Manfred von Karstein on Hellsteed. Then I have these 2 vampires over here in the back. And by the way, this is going to be really stupid, but the reason why I didn't use these 2 vampires for the entire duration of this game is because I broke the rules. Why did I break the rules? Because I forgot that there's a limitation of Lore of Death to 1. So you can only have 1 Lore of Death spellcaster, and that is just your general. Or a vampire if you're using a Vampire Lord, because Vampire Lord does not have Lore of Death, only Lore of Vampires. Anyway, my build. I have 6 zombies up front, 4 Crypt Horrors, 4 of these Cane Wraiths, and that is about it. Now for Gojira, what do we see? Well, we see his general here. It's Azag the Slaughterer on foot, Night Goblin, Shaman. What else do we have? 3 Orc Biggins on the left, 3 Orc Biggins on the right. In the back, looks like a mix of Orc Boy Biggins. Yeah, 2 of these, and then 3 Goblin Wolf Riders. Up front we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Orc Boys and 2 Savage Orcs. Let's hit play and see how the battle actually happens. So I'm sending Manfred around, trying to cast abilities. Oh, he does actually have Forest Goblin Spider Rider Archers as well, which I don't remember if I noticed or not. So I send my Cane Wraiths in the back here because they're actually the fastest unit. They have 48 speed. And I believe, what actually got Bunad? Okay, I Bunad the Orc Boy Biggins. And Manfred is getting shot at, but doesn't really matter. So yeah, the damage to these Orc Boy Biggins pretty significant with the Buna, so that's a good use of Buna for me. Now I'm just gonna engage here frontally with zombies and with some Crypt Horror support, because Crypt Horrors are gonna do really well here. Looks like he's gonna cast something on my Crypt Horrors. It's Buna, which is gonna do some damage to them. I'm gonna get my Crypt Horrors in first though, which perhaps is not ideal, because you would want your zombies to be in to support. And now looks like my zombies cannot get in here to support the Crypt Horrors. Gonna get Cane Wraiths in here though. Crypt Horrors here. This Savage Orc is just done. This Orc Boy is done here. But my zombies here do not have Crypt Horror support there, so they're not gonna do too well here. Crypt Horrors here, they do have zombie support, so that's gonna go really well for them. Savage Orcs here have been routed by Crypt Horrors and my other units, so well done to those guys right there. Got zombies being sent around to stop these Orc Biggins, so that's gonna be good for me. But here I'm gonna start being flanked by all these Orc units here, Savage Orcs and Orc Biggins. They're taking massive damage thanks to the Crypt Horrors, but now my Crypt Horrors are getting shot by these Forest Goblin Spider Rider Archers, so those are gonna be quite annoying for me to deal with. Still some Orc Boy Biggins coming around. Goblin Wolf Rider is going to get smashed by my Crypt Horrors here though. These guys stand no chance whatsoever. They just routed off the field instantly. My Manfred is trying to go around. I'm not sure what I'm trying to do with him. Trying to see if I can snipe something, I guess. And I guess I don't actually see his general or something? I don't know. Where's general is? Oh, there it is. Probably don't have any more for Spirit Leech. Because if I manage to Spirit Leech his gen down, like, this game would be pretty much over right now, possibly. Though the thing is, my Crypt Horrors here are not doing so well. Yes, they got 24 kills, but 24 kills isn't enough against Savage Orcs. Savage Orcs are just really cheap. These Crypt Horrors here, though, 30 kills and they're still alive, so that's good for them, because they had some zombies as meat shields. And these Karen rays here are still fighting. I got my Manfred coming in to get rid of the general of the orcs here. I think I'm gonna have a Spirit Leech very soon here, we'll see. But he's gonna take significant damage in this fight anyway. Okay. 9 to 9, my general's still alive here. But yeah, there's so many orcs here, which is pretty insane for me. And again, mostly because of the 2 vampires that I decided to keep in the back. Still a nice charge here by the Orc Boy Biggins, and all my units here are not doing so well. I did pop Undeath Resurgent, which does help a lot. And I might... Did I actually get his general off the field? I'm not sure. Perhaps I did. I think his gen is actually dead. Lord recently died, so that's really good for me. Because it's causing a mass rout on his side. But now I have to pull out the general or else he'd be in trouble. But the Orc boys are just trying to stop him from pulling out, which is good. But I have to continue pulling out my general here. And again, the zombies here not doing a great job. Cane Wraith's going out here. And yeah, oh, looks like a magic missile was popped and it hit nothing because it hit the trees. So it was pretty useless. Here, my Crypt Horrors are gonna actually crumble, which isn't good. They don't have the support that they need. Sending in more of my Crypt Horrors, but these guys are gonna go down very, very quickly. Nice route here, but again, all these units are coming back, so the route isn't really going in my favor that much. And again, these units all firing at the Cane Wraiths. Not a bad idea because Cane Wraiths have 0 armor, like really 0 armor. So that's not good for my Cane Wraiths at all. As for anything else, well, clearly it's not going too well for me. That much you can obviously tell here. It's gonna be a nice charge by these Goblin Wolf Riders. Oh, they decide not to charge, and now the Cane Wraiths have crumbled. Oof. Well, that's how Cane Wraiths crumble. At this point, it's basically over. It's all up to Manfred, who's gonna get taken down here by all these Goblin Wolf Riders, and now we have some Orc Boys coming in to support as well. And there we go, crushing defeat. It's kind of funny because all of his units were routing all the time, and it looked quite in my favor according to the balance of power. But yeah, balance of power also counted in those 2 vampires that I didn't use at all, so yeah. Let's look at stats. Crypt Horrors, disappointing, they didn't really do enough, and that's because they didn't have the proper support. And again, Orc Biggins, quite good against Crypt Horrors. Orc Boys doing alright against the zombies. And the Cane Wraiths didn't really do enough here, so to speak. But yeah, that's game 1. See you in game 2. This is game 2 of the match. I'm playing as Greenskins. And Gojira is now the vampire counts. So yeah, game's loading up. Soon enough, we'll be able to see the actual builds in action. Oh yeah. Still waiting, and waiting, and waiting. And waiting. I don't know why it's taking so long to load. This is a bit peculiar. Yeah, Castle Drakenhof, and game 1 I did actually end up losing. So that was a problem for me. Now I need to win this in the next game if I want to advance further into the tournament. Again, this is round of 64, which is the first round of the tournament. But yeah, time to go over the builds here. What do I have? Well, you can see I've got the Azag the Slaughter on Skullmuncha, of course. I have an Orc Shaman. I have all my cav in the back, 2 Goblin Wolf Riders, and an Orc Boy Biggins. Up front we see a bunch of these Black Orcs. I have 6 Black Orcs. Behind them we have 3 Orc Biggins. Now for the vampire counts of Gojira, we have a Zombie Dragon, but it's Manfred on Zombie Dragon, I believe. Yes, it is. Then what else do we see? We see a couple of Fellbats. 1, 2. Is it 2? Yeah, looks like it's 2 fell bats. Good choice. Then we have a Black Knight on each flank and also one in the center. We also see 4 of these Crypt Horrors, as you would expect out of a vampire build. Up front we have 4 Skeleton Spearmen, and even further up ahead, 3 Graveguard with 3 zombies at the meat shields. So, let's hit play, or actually not play, just go fast forward it a little bit. But yeah, I don't have the advantage when it comes to air. That's a problem for me. Which is why I'm sending my general over to my left flank. I don't want to fight on my right because of these Felbats. If I were to take that engagement, I'd certainly lose, which is why I'm sending Azag around. But here comes the main engagement, and I'm actually fairly confident that I can take the main engagement because I have Black Orcs will kill everything that the vampire counts have here. And the Orc Biggins should trade quite well against Crypt Horrors, especially with Orc War Boy Biggins support. So I'm feeling like, okay, it can happen. Anyway, here we go. Looks like there's going to be something popped on my Black Orcs. Probably Fate of Buna. There we go. Fate of Buna. I'm trying to flank around with more Black Orcs, and I do have some Goblin Wolf Riders that I've sent around and that are going to go for some rear charges. Got Azag on the field here. Popped Wa, and here we go. Should be buffing my units, but ooh, I just actually went off. Yeah, I went away with the Wa. That wasn't ideal. I should have stayed there for the bonus. Here I'm going to charge in with Orc War Boy Biggins into the Crypt Horrors, which I have also Fate of Bunad. So they're going to be taking significant damage here. These Crypt Horrors are just going to die, and once the Crypt Horrors die, Graveguards here are going to have no match. Skeleton Spearmen haven't engaged here, which is a mistake. Goblin Wolf Riders here going to get a nice rear charge onto the zombies and other units here. Got Azag here, which I could be sending in. I honestly should have sent him in here, because all of these units would have crumbled had I sent him in. But I guess I was afraid of the Black Knights, but really I shouldn't really be afraid of those. Goblin Wolf Rider is going to come around and going to rear charge these Crypt Horrors, but that's not really going to do that much damage, as you can see. And they're just going to heal it all back up again. So that wasn't good. I needed an Orc Biggin here. But the Black Orcs here killing these guys. Graveguard not doing so well. These Crypt Horrors here are munching on my Biggins. That's not ideal for me. And they're actually healing more than the damage they're taking. But I have Fate of Buna, these Black Knights, so they're going to go down fast. Pillbats here are unable to do much. They should have chased my general off with his own as well. Black Orcs here going to go down. And I'm going to send my own general in. Azag is going to come here with Wa supporting all these units, and the Graveguards are just going to eat it. So yeah, there we go. Now Azag, I'm gonna pull it out, I think. Although I did pop Spirit Leech on something, I don't know what though. Oh, there was. I wonder what it was popped on. Anyway, I don't see his general. I must have popped it on his general, I guess. Yeah, but I didn't see it. Azag here, still doing his best to kill all these Skeleton Spearmen, so it's really good for him. But the battle is really close right now. Still, my Orc Boy Biggins doing quite well against Black Knights. Orc Biggins here have gone off the field. Not after taking a lot of enemies with them, though. And these Black Orcs dishing out the damage against zombies. Same thing with these Black Orcs. But these Black Orcs are going to die to these Crypt Horrors. That's a given here. The Crypt Horrors are just going to take them down, no problem. So yeah, Crypt Horrors will kill Black Orcs. Here comes my general in though with Wa and Stand Your Ground. These Crypt Horrors are not gonna make it. They're just gonna die very fast with the Azag support as well here. Looks like I must have popped Spirit Leech again. No. It's actually Fate of Buna on my Black Orcs. Again, more Fate of Bunas. He didn't have enough for Spirit Leech on my general apparently. But here comes the Manfred on Zombie Dragon, and I believe he's now gonna get Spirit Leech by me. There we go. I Spirit Leech Manfred on Zombie Dragon. I attack him with Azag, which can be quite risky because my General is taking damage as well, but the Spirit Leech has killed off the enemy General. And with the support of my General as well, he's gone down much faster. And now, I would say that I did gain an advantage in this engagement. Script Horror here is still doing so much damage and still regenerating HP while in combat. It's doing just so much damage here. Now Azag is fine. I'm just gonna sit him here while he pops Wa to support my my troops here, because and this is gonna be a nice rear charge into all these skeleton spearmen and crypt horrors, and that is going to be game. Pyrrhic victory for me. Really close game, as you can see here based on the stats, but Black Orcs carried. Azag mostly though carried because he killed Manfred, and yeah, that is going to be game 2. As you can see, Graveguards didn't do very well. Graveguards with great weapons would do much better against Black Orcs, I think. But anyway, see you in game 3, the tiebreaker. This is game 3 of the match. I'm playing as the Empire, and Gojira is in command of Bretonnia on Glacial Lake map. So we're gonna have to get this going. I'm gonna show you my build in just a second, but you can just see it yourself here and while loading. Still, I'm gonna go over the builds just in case you missed it. Yeah, I don't know why it's taking so long to load game 3 compared to the other games. The tension. Clearly. Finally, we're in game. So, what do I have? Well, ooh, there's some stuttering going on. Very strange. So I have General of the Empire on horseback. I have, looks like I should have 2 light wizards, right? Yeah, both on horses this time around. Not in the air because I'm up against Bretonnia, but let's put it in slow-mo. Then I do have 2 Demigryph Knights. I also have in the back, looks like 3 Great Swords and 1 Halberdier. Up front I have 6 regular Spearmen, I believe. Yes, there we go. Now for Bretonnia, aka Gojira, what do we see? Well, we see Luen Leoncoeur on Boki, which is quite normal. Then we have a bunch of Pegasus Knights. 1, 2... 2 Pegasus Knights and 2 Knights of the Realm. Kind of a... Actually, make that 4 Knights of the Realm. Wow. Very interesting. Then we have some polearms. Men-at-arms with polearms. 1 on each flank, I believe. And how many spears? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spearmen, as you would expect. How many archers? 1, 2... Wait. 1, 2, 3 archers, is it? Yeah, I believe it's 3 archers. These archers will do significant damage to my spearmen, believe it or not, because only 30 armor. And I believe that is it for the Bretonnian build. Yeah, let's hit play. Oh, I do have 2 handgunners. I'm not sure if I mentioned them. Putting them on this flank because they can potentially shoot at Leoncoeur. I'm gonna send my light wizards back. I did pop Arcane Conduit as far as I know, though. And I don't know why I'm not popping the magic missiles against Leoncoeur. I should be doing that right now. Wasting precious winds of magic for absolutely no reason. So here comes the engagement. Gonna rush up to those spearmen with my own spearmen. Ooh, the spearmen here. Nice charge by the Knights of the Realm here. Spearmen going to get absolutely stomped by Knights of the Realm here, as you can see. Goodbye, spearmen. Now here I'm actually targeting the Pegasus Knights because they're kind of close to me and they're taking significant casualties. I'm gonna send the spearmen back because I need to make sure that my handgunners don't die. And here, did they actually brace is the question? Ooh, not braced, I guess. Oh, but the Knights of the Realm did pull out, and now these Pegasus Knights here are gonna go down. I have, however, lost the center. The engagement was a bit odd. And my demigriffs, I didn't get the proper charges off with them. This one might. Not sure, but yeah, this is a bad engagement for me. I'm gonna finally send in that demigriff. Here I'm killing that spearman with my own spearman here. I've got my drill in. I should be engaging it in melee. However, my problem here is that my light wizards are being chased right now. Knights of the Realm going for a rear charge here into great swords, but it's great swords, so they'll take it all right. I mean, they're still gonna take massive damage, but still, I mean, not that massive damage. So yeah, you can see here Pegasus Knights getting shot down by handgunners. This is quite an effective trade for me. Well, as long as these guys start getting them down. Oh, there was an ability pop. Oh yeah, it was a misfire, but massive damage onto the general of Gojira, even with the miscast. Here you should see the Knights of the Realm gonna get engaged by spearmen. My demis here are actually ending up winning the fight with support of my general. And yeah, there's just not enough Bretonnian troops here. King Leoncoeur is going for this light wizard, I believe, soon enough. My hand gunners here have done lots of damage to Pegasus Knights, but not killed them off yet. Leoncoeur just got into my light wizard here. And now he has routed off the field, so unable to use magic missile once again. But I have one on this flank. My general got engaged, but I did pop hold the line and other abilities, which do definitely help against charges. Handgunners here going to be targeting the general, so here we see he's taking a lot of damage. Look at the damage on Leoncoeur from these handgunners. This is massive, and I've also got some other spears in here. I believe I didn't activate defensive stance though, or guard mode rather, so now they can't actually properly fire, but now he's actually regenning more than he's losing. Though I guess the spearman actually cannot hit him. There we go, he's actually being hit right now. He's gonna pull out again. I've won on the left flank pretty decisively. Center looking pretty good for me. I still have a light wizard, and there we go. I did pop a magic missile onto the general, onto Leoncoeur, but it did not seem to help out. I mean, he still has over 400 HP and he's actually still recovering, but I'm getting some shots off with my handgunners. He's down to 330. Right now he's taking so much damage, 255 HP, 230. He might not actually make it. My units, oh, he routed off the field and now he's gonna get shot and he should fall down. There we go, he falls off his Bakui and both of them do, and goodbye Leoncoeur, and goodbye the rest of the Bretonnian army, as the Empire wins here. Great swords, tons of damage, all of them except one of them, probably the one that got rear charged by Knights of the Realm. Demigriffs, of course, doing so well as well, even though I mismicroed them, I have to say, this battle, but they still paid for themselves because they're Demigriffs. So yeah, I take game 3, and this means I take the match 2-1 and advance to the next stage. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on social media. See you next time.